Back in my sophomore year, we were living in this drafty old rental house near campus. It was the kind of place where the porch light flickered and the neighbors were either 80 years old or fellow students who hadn't slept since midterms. One Saturday night, we were hosting a low-key backyard BBQ that had slowly evolved into a high-energy bonfire situation. My buddy Tyler had gone inside to grab more hot dog buns when he looked out the kitchen window and saw a shadow hovering over the neighbor's tool shed. Now, Tyler isn't exactly a call 911 kind of guy. He's more of a handle it with whatever's in the garage kind of guy. He bursts back outside yelling, "Yo, someone's raiding Mr. Henderson's shed." Within 10 seconds, 6 guys who had been peacefully debating football stats transformed into an unorganized militia. We didn't have weapons, but we did have a massive surplus of leftover party supplies from our construction-themed mixer the week before. We swarmed the shed just as this guy was trying to make off with a vintage lawnmower. He looked like he'd seen a ghost, but before he could even drop the mower, Tyler and a guy named Sully had him pinned. Instead of just holding him, they decided he needed to be secured. Someone produced a massive industrial-sized roll of yellow caution tape and a jar of heavy-duty zip ties. By the time the rest of us caught our breath, we had essentially turned this guy into a neon yellow mummy. He was so wrapped up he couldn't even bend his knees. He just stood there like a stiff board, looking like a human highlighter. Then, because we were bored and waiting for the cops, someone got the brilliant idea that he looked unsafe, just leaning against the shed. They hauled him over to the sturdy branch of the old oak tree, looped some heavy-duty cargo straps around his yellow tape exterior, and hoisted him about a foot off the ground. He was just dangling there. A 180-pound human piñata. We actually went back to the bonfire, brought the music over, and started doing the hustle around him while he muttered about his life choices. When the police cruiser finally rolled up 40 minutes later, the officer stepped out, shined his flashlight on the spinning yellow mummy, and just stopped. He looked at us, looked at the guy, and then leaned against his car door and started wheezing with laughter. The cop didn't even give us a ticket for the noise. He just called for backup to help him extinguish the mummy because he couldn't stop laughing long enough to cut the zip ties. They loaded the guy into the back of the squad car, still wrapped in the caution tape, looking like the world's most pathetic gift-wrapped criminal.